doing a PBR.
Would you?
PBR. I'm just hungry, man. No,
It's like I got a free.
Oh, yeah.
Where'd my camera go?
We're going to run this button that you're in the is forward and back, and that's those points on the laser pointer.
F5 to start.
Or you can go to the slideshow and do it.
Yeah, just click on
F5.
big slideshow.
Evening class. We are. Oh, timer. You ready?
Yeah, good.
We are Team D. I'm Lucas. This is Carnell. That's Luis. Our company name is Stellar Technologies. We're changing your Stellar address. It's easier than you think. The company logo, bottom left. Carnell, go ahead.
At Stellar Technology, we already have been existing for quite a bit. We're from the future. We're doing our presentation from the future, so we're time travelers too now. So you can add that to our abilities at Stellar Technologies. We have the technology to travel through time. It's a joint adventure, though. The company's efforts are combined together from SS Voyager and Mars Interplanet Colony. Right. Sorry.
And the SS Voyager being the actual ship.
It's the original ship of the fleet, and the colony is MIP. So we like to use acronyms.
Yeah. And as Carnell stated before, instead of focusing on a pitch on what we're going to do, we're focusing on what we've already done and how we're going to continue. Luis?
Yeah, my part was that is position of the people who are going to live from Mars. We call them the colonies. So in this little plan, we can see how we make the disposition of the colonies. Group A and B is going to work together in quadrant A. C and D is working on that quadrant. E, F in the third quadrant, and H and G in the fourth. Each one have accomplished the same work. Each one of these colonies are divided in two teams. So one part of the team will be in charge of doing the manufacturing of a power plant, and the other part of the team will be in charge of mining the planet so we can establish our colony inside the planet. No, we don't try to colonize outdoors, the exterior part of Mars. We're trying to do inside the planet. This is some information on the
This is a chart. You have a comparison. It's upside down. But we had a slide where there was people standing on their hands and kind of just went with it. But anyways, you can see the comparison here of the different, climates right here. Comparison with Mars, the density level of Earth, Mars, and Venus. But like it was mentioned before, the temperature does go extremely low and does get moderately warm and comfortable from like -20 to 70 degrees. So the thing is about Mars' atmosphere is it's dense, but there's a lot of static in the air, you would say, and it's really heavy on you. You can't see too far. It's kind of, you know, blurs your vision. Your sight is limited. So the thing about Mars is you got to stick in groups.
Yes.
Yeah, you can see here the dimension of Mars. We are close to Earth, but a little less.
Oh, sorry. Accident.
Cool.
My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. My bad.
Yeah, we are almost the same size, but we are not. We are less or far.
So, yeah. Like you said, like you already said, this is a comparison of how big the planet is compared to the other ones,
This is a mega planet.
including ours.
Yeah, here it's again my part of the work I was assigned. We start with a plan. The plan was to build a power plant. We try to do a power plant that harvests the rotation of Mars, so it will be, you know, harmless for the atmosphere and harmless for the surface of the planet as well. So in this part, yeah, we mentioned the colonies. We have a plan, and we just keep going after that. We just write the plan. We already established what we need to do.
If you can go back to slide 2. We'll do that at the end. Because in slide 2, this was the second time that we explained the sectors of where the colonies are and the planet's broken up to, and they are subterranean. We have a specific home base colony located by the equator. That's where the best warm temperatures are.
Yeah, and this division, you can see here, Mars is completely division in parts. We we establish a colony not too big. It's only 256 persons that are gonna start living, and you know, accomplish as we saw in the first, in the other slide, that we have division of the teams, the colonies. So for each of the 2,056 persons, they gonna grant it a 1 tera square feet. It will be 1 million square feet per person. So it's 1,000 from 1,000. So each person will accomplish is granted for this space. They can do whatever they do to do. We just assume they want to grow food, you know, to supply his station and keep working on the surface of the planet as well. Yeah, put the roads.
Outside the box.
This is the roads we are going to send
On the bottom.
in
Bottom.
in the surface
Outside
of
the
Mars,
box, instead of
because
pink.
the surface is kind of hard
Notice
to
it?
survive for the humans. So we're gonna do the telemetry units like this one truck. It's gonna be completely automatic from the station, so we not gonna be there. It's gonna be just camera, is everything telemetry. So we just using to transport our parts in the power plant, and this will be our source of movement inside the surface of Mars.
It'll pretty much be a remote-controlled 18-wheeler
Yes.
with robotic arms.
Or a rover in steroids.
And that is for the mining purposes, you
As
know,
well.
mining the resources of Mars.
Yeah.
Here we have our spaceship, and this is part of our telemetry. So in this little piece of engineering, we can have all kind of sensors that is mounted in our truck. So we have accomplished to have this kind of machine, telemetry sensor that measure all kind of data from the wind, surface, terrain, all what we need to know, and the robots are willing to send us. We are, you know, send it, put it back in storage, and we have it for future studies or researches. Yeah, we are here. This is our co-pilot thinking a lot of our problem.
That's me.
And this is our plan. This is Carnell doing his flying to Mars.
And he colored it brown to to illustrate the color of his skin.
No glasses, no glasses.
It adds a bit of realism.
This is demonstrating when we started and we received the, the idea assignment.
Thing up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then bam, outside the box. We're traveling back in time
This
now.
thing outside the box.
We're time travelers.
That's right.
That's this thing.
Yeah, here we put the green tree because we come from Seattle. This is evergreen, and we have the idea to, in the space we are sending for each one terrace for per person. We're gonna have to encourage them to be green and follow green technology. So we are trying to, keep green.
Yeah, because we're going through a recruiting phase to send people to Mars. We're not just gonna, send somebody who can go up there and swing a pick into the ground to mine.
No.
They're gonna have to think green, because only people
They're
who
using-
think green, it's only people who think green like Smurfs. I mean, come on, we're village folks up there.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, we here have the same idea of having our natural planet green, and we don't want to, harm this new planet we are
I
calling.
want that.
And we have the idea, and we just budget. We just target. Here we are thinking more green.
That was
We're gonna stick on that. We're gonna do that.
that was the end of our. Any questions?
Any questions? All this was done with research.
How come you weren't here last month? You could have given us inside track on the Super Bowl. We'd all be rich.
I know, right? I know.
Well,
Tell us
it's
something about
against the
the
policy
future.
of our using the transportation. We cannot reveal lethal information.
If you watched the scene on the season, you should have already
You
known.
should have known, that's right, you should have known.
That's right. Should have known.
I do like your concept of underground.
One more.
I never thought of that.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Don't be shy, man. Thank you.